Today we'll be presenting Amazon's innovation and strategic practices. I'm Marcella.
I'm Lola.
I'm Danielle.
I'm Richard.
Our objectives are to analyse how effectively Amazon stimulate innovation, identify the range of sources utilised by Amazon for innovation, and investigate Amazon's use of effective range of strategies to search for innovations.
So Amazon's mission statement is to be Earth's most customer-centric company, where customers can find and discover anything they might want to buy online, and Omnivore's to offer its customers the lowest possible prices.
Amazon's history. Amazon was founded in 1994 and is located in Seattle, Washington. They began selling goods such as food, toys, movies, and MP3 downloads. Instead of buying books in store, Amazon made it eligible to download books via Kindle within 60 seconds.
The company's business industry, they have a high bargaining power. Basically, Amazon, they have a lot of influence on the costs in the industry. With their large research and development team and marketing team, they're very aware of the supplier market. So they have quite a lot of power in that aspect. Their buying power is low because they have so many customers across the globe. If they were to lose a few customers, it wouldn't really affect them. However, being that they're very customer-centric, the customers can, you could say that they have high buyer power because they aim to do everything their customers ask for. For example, they offer a TV show called Alpha House, which is based on the American Republican Party, which was selected by their customers for them to produce it. The threat of new entrants is also high, being that it's the cost to enter the market as an online sales store is very low. And the threat of substitutes just as high for the same reasons. There are a lot of different substitutes for Amazon, like real bookstores where you can get hard copies. Industry rivalry is very intensive. Companies like Barnes & Noble have been around in foils for a lot longer than Amazon, and they sell online as well as they have freestanding stores. So the political factors that affect Amazon are things such as the fact that they operate in so many different countries. They have to keep up with legislation changes across the globe to make sure that they abide by the rules and, of course, aren't sanctioned. Economical factors include the economic decline in the late 2000s, which increased the cost of oil, causing petroleum to go up, and companies such as FedEx and UPS, which are close partners to Amazon and ship most of their products, in turn offered them higher prices to ship their products. Social factors are mainly based around the Kindle. With the introduction of ebooks, customers wanted to be able to get books instantly and very easily. However, when they first made ebooks, they weren't as popular because there was no medium to read the ebooks on. They were still expected to read ebooks on laptops. So that's why Amazon introduced the Kindle, which gave them a way to access the books. With the Kindle also, they don't require customers to sign contracts, as most customers were against that for receiving books. So there's no contract. The Wi-Fi cost to download the books in less than 60 seconds is implemented with the price of the book. Technological factors affect Amazon probably the most out of all of these. With the increase of speeds on the internet, things like 3G and Wi-Fi became a lot more popular, making, once again, those books easily accessible. It also allows Amazon to run their logistics in their warehouses as well as they do. They're able to get everything down to the second. And then they've also patented many technologies, many of them, such as the one-click buy, which is probably their most popular. Amazon's HR strategies are a lot different from many companies that are as large as they are. They have been criticized for being quite frugal, being that they make as much money as they do. Their salaries compared to other companies as large as them are a lot lower. One thing that they have adopted, which comes from Zappos, is the pay to quit. They pay employees who are disengaged with the company to leave. They offer them a lump sum, and that lump sum will increase over time. They feel that this will give employees either the time to decipher if they want to stay there, and if they do not want to stay, then of course they'll take the money and weasel out the people who aren't a good fit for the company. They also take pride in the fact that their Seattle headquarters is based in an urban area, which makes it a lot easier for the people who work for them to access work. 15% of them live in the same postcode as those headquarters, and they also say that 20% of all employees can walk to work, which helps them promote their green agenda.
Now we'll discuss Amazon's structure. The head of Amazon is the CEO, Jeff Bezos. The sections of the company are then broken into around 8 different sections that include things such as the Amazon Kindle, e-commerce.
Wait. Yeah, look at the camera.
Okay, well I was gonna, okay, cool.
Okay, just one.
Oh yeah, it's on there anyway. I'll now discuss Amazon's structure. Amazon is headed by the CEO, Jeff Bezos. The company is then broken into 8 or so sections that are headed by titles such as e-commerce, business development, and the Amazon Kindle. These different sections allow the company to work specifically on certain parts of the company to discuss ideas, and it's also set up in a way where it's integrated. Someone who works in the Kindle department can also make contributions to other parts of the company.
I'll now be discussing the range of Amazon's strategies. Amazon aims at getting rid of their courier services such as FedEx and UPS in order to cut down costs and have more control over their delivery. Amazon have implemented the probe and learn process, such as suggesting products based on individuals' history, so they recommend similar or complementary products. In terms of bound exploration, Amazon aim at implementing drone, which is basically allowing them to deliver services within 30 minutes, weighing up to £5 each, and this qualifies for 86% of their items.
Amazon's warehouses are known as fulfillment centers. They have a stacking process, a packaging process, and a space-efficient boxing protocol. Firstly, when the products arrive, they are immediately scanned, and all the relevant information is held within the computer system. Optimized algorithms in the computer let the packagers know let the stackers know where to stack each item, not based on relation to each other, but based on their size and dimensions to save spaces. This innovative thinking has allowed them to save twice as much products in their warehouses than 5 years ago. The packagers then transport the products based on size and weight to another section where items are scanned. Gadgets known as shoes push the products off the conveyor belt based on the postal code that they're going to be placed into the lorry. Space-efficient packaging has been one of the most innovative ideas that Amazon has come up with. This innovative thinking has basically led to saving space and saving costs within their lorries. If 3 items are ordered that are different sizes and dimensions, the scanning process saves their size and dimension, and the correct box that will contain the group of items in the most efficient manner is then used. This has saved, as I say, space in costs of packaging and their storage within the lorries to be delivered to customers. I'll now introduce you to a short video that will explain their distribution and fulfillment centers.
Of what is the physical manifestation of Earth-based selection.
Amazon Vice President Dave Clark showed us how the process begins. After the products arrive into the building, they are immediately scanned. The products are then placed by stackers in what seems to outsiders as a haphazard way. A book on Buddhism and Zen resting next to Mrs. Potato Head.
Here's what I want to know. This is a Swiffer, all right?
Yeah.
It's sitting next to the Encyclopedia of World History. That doesn't make any sense to me. Does it make sense to you?
It does.
What?
Because those two things, when you look at how these items fit them in,
Yeah.
they're optimized for utilizing the available space.
Oh, I see.
And we have computers and algorithmic work that tells people the areas of the building that have the most space to put product in that's coming in at that time.
Amazon has become so efficient with its stacking, it can now store twice as many goods in its centers as it did 5 years ago.
Anything you want on Earth, you're going to get from us.
Anything you want on Earth, you're gonna get from us.
That's where we're headed.
Once your order is placed, a so-called pick ambassador walks the aisles, plucking and scanning your items before placing them in bins. Those bins eventually wind up in front of a packer who knows exactly how big of a box to use based on the weight and amount of items. Your address is slapped onto the box, and then a picture is taken of your address label. Gadgets known as shoes sort and divert the boxes to the appropriate spiral chute based on the postal code. This accelerates the delivery process. The boxes are then loaded onto awaiting trucks, which are assigned to particular regions, Raleigh, North Carolina in this case. Amazon uses more trucks than planes because so many distribution centers have been built near customers.
If you can do this,
We'll be analysing Amazon's sources of innovation. Market pools, when the product ideas are produced in response to the market forces. This may occur if a consumer demands a new or improved product, or a competitor's product is launched by another manufacturer. The market pool promotes incremental innovation as the products become more meaningful to the consumer as technology also gradually improves. An example of this innovation is Amazon's impeccable logistics, offering next day delivery, Sunday delivery, and the highly anticipated 30-minute air drone. I will now move on to Amazon's business model of innovation. Amazon have created a business model that focuses on 4 main areas to provide a good range of sources of innovation and gain competitive advantage. The first one is to create. Amazon Prime was created to capture a higher percentage of mass market share. Members typically increase their purchases by 150%, which increases Amazon's annual sales by 20%. The next one is reduce. By reducing their short-term profitability and reinvesting their profits back into research and development, new innovations will be created and improvements can be made on the services they offer, increasing their range of sources of innovation. Eliminate. By eliminating time-consuming activities such as billing and shipping information when the consumer is purchasing, this demonstrates incremental innovation. Amazon did this by creating the one-click service. Which leads me on to Raise. Again, an incremental innovation by carefully analysing market pool to improve the online platform that is changing the way consumers shop.
In an interview with Business Insider, Jeff mentioned that he looks for people who will wake up in the morning and ask themselves these 3 questions. What can we invent for customers? What can we do differently? And how can we improve the customer experience? He works to maintain a culture of inventiveness and bold experiments and believes that failure only helps for future successes. He believes that if there's one major success, it will always make up for many failures. The leadership in the company is shown through their clear company vision. Everything, as I mentioned earlier, is very customer-centric. All decisions made are always based on what the customer wants. Jeff also mentioned in that same interview with Business Insider that one of his jobs is to encourage people to be bold. The form of communication is once again very open, and there's a flow of communication going both ways through the hierarchy that we showed earlier. One of his main interview questions that Jeff says he makes sure is asked to all his employees is, have you ever invented anything? He likes to find people that believe they can change the world.
A perfect example of Amazon's incremental innovation is their whole business model in terms of products and offerings. Firstly, Amazon began with selling books in 1994. They shortly developed onto doing another product, which was expanding to easily shippable goods that included toys, and other small shippable goods. They then added commission-based brokerage services to buyers and sellers of used books. This meant that sellers could sell between each other. They then went to open up their storefront to other retailers, effectively making their competitors someone who could earn commission to their company. Aggregating sellers allowed that anything sold through another company could benefit Amazon in terms of profit based on commission. The IT Community Web Service platform, developed in 2002, was an initiative that was formed in Lab 126, which allowed them to create their first Kindle in 2007. An example of their discontinuous innovation was when Kindle revolutionized the way books could be read. This meant that information could be streamed and downloaded and accessed within 60 seconds to the Amazon Kindle.
In terms of Amazon's product innovation, they offer Fire TV, which allows you to rent low-cost movies and watch live on-demand sport. Amazon also offers Prime, which gives you the benefits such as unlimited instant streaming, storage, and one-day delivery, which is eligible on most of their items. And also, the bonus to this is if you are a student, you're eligible to 50% of the registration fee. Does Amazon have a clear innovation strategy? And the answer to that is yes, as they're very strategic establishment, as they use streamlined procedures to achieve positive results and constantly build on what they've got. They're also sensitive to environment, as in always ensuring that their customers are always involved during the processes and they see things not just from the company's perspectives, but from the customers as well. And finally, the Lab 126 is where one of their main R&D teams are based.
Is Amazon an innovative organization? That could be answered yes or no. Yes, because they're always inventing new products and they do, of course, gain profit. The basis of innovation is that the company gains profits. However, Amazon are rarely ever able to report those profits, as soon as they make money, they are looking for ways to reinvest and make new startups. So, to answer that question, yes and no.
Is there another opportunity for Amazon to find innovation? We believe so. They have a Lab 126, which is their research and development facility where they are always looking for new technologies to find. They're also very customer-centric company, and they're always looking to the changing needs of their customers. And finally, the changing environment and advancing technologies allow new opportunities to be found.